Welcome, friends. My name is Avinash and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Corporate Face to Face series. Friends, in this Corporate Face to Face series, we introduce to you emerging companies from emerging sectors, and we make it a point to talk to the promoters of such companies. And in this process, we come to know the company's business model, their growth journey, what are their future business plans. And in this process, we get a lot of valuable information, directly from the promoters themselves. And friends, today we have got a very interesting company which is going to hit the capital market very soon. The company's name is GP Eco Solutions Limited, and we have the privilege and pleasure of having the chairman cum managing director, Mr. Deepak Pandey. दीपक जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आज टाइम देने के लिए. I am pretty sure that in this small interaction, our viewers will be able to benefit significantly from the information you provide to us.
Definitely, sir. लेकिन थैंक यू अविनाश जी एंड इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे इंट्रोड्यूस करने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
बिल्कुल.
सो बताएं सर इसमें अपने कंपनी के बारे में मेरे को इंट्रोड्यूस करना है मेरे ख्याल से.
बिल्कुल. मैं आपको पहला सवाल जो मेरा आपका रहेगा दीपक जी, वो ये है कि हमको हमारी कंपनी के बिजनेस मॉडल के बारे में ब्रॉडली बताइए. हम 4 सेगमेंट में काम करते हैं: डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, ईपीसी, प्रोजेक्ट कंसल्टेंसी और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. तो ये चारों जो सेगमेंट है इसके बारे में कुछ बताइए. और सर एक छोटा सा रिक्वेस्ट और भी है, सर आपने अपनी बिजनेस जर्नी कैसे शुरू की है, कंपनी आपने कैसे शुरू की, उसके पहले आप क्या करते थे, या फैमिली बिजनेस था या आपका फर्स्ट जनरेशन एफर्ट है, इसके बारे में कुछ बताइए.
चलिए अविनाश जी, मैं आपने बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन मुझसे पूछ लिया. सो मैं अपनी जर्नी से स्टार्ट करता हूँ. एंड मेरी जर्नी बेसिकली आई एम अ फर्स्ट जनरेशन एंटरप्रेन्योर and we didn't have a business background as such. So whatever has to be done in the in this journey I have learned has implemented throughout the last 15-16 years में मैंने implement किया है. And बेस्ट पार्ट सर मेरी पूरी जर्नी का ये रहा है कि जो हमारा मोटो रहा है वो बिल्डिंग ट्रस्ट एंड पार्टनरशिप था. बिकॉज हम बिजनेस बैकग्राउंड से नहीं आ रहे थे तो इंडस्ट्री में कोई हमें जानता नहीं था. तो जब जानता नहीं था तो एक ही बेसिस था बिजनेस को आगे बढ़ाने का कि कोई लोगों का हमारे पर ट्रस्ट बने और उसके साथ हम पार्टनरशिप्स के साथ हम ग्रो कर पाए. सो दैट वाज द मोटो एंड दैट वी हैव फॉलोड इन द कंपनी सिंस द इंसेप्शन ऑफ इट. सो उस इंसेप्शन से हमने उस कॉन्सेप्ट को ही टेकअप किया एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट वी हैव बीन एबल टू क्रिएट अ सक्सेस स्टोरी इन लास्ट 16 years. And as a result we have been able to create and regulate the consistency of the company with maintaining the profit margins of more than 25% every year on year growth. So that is the best part of it, because we had a very clear intention and a very thorough thought process how to cater the market and how slowly build up our weakness to our strength.
Okay.
So that is how the journey started. In 2009 I started the business as a proprietor company. Then in 2010 we converted into a private limited company. So the 2010 में जब प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी बनाया सर, तो वो इसलिए बनाया था क्योंकि लोगों को कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आ रहा था प्रोप्राइटर कंपनी पे कि आज खोली कल बंद कर दी फिर चला गया आदमी. सो प्राइवेट लिमिटेड उसी कॉन्फिडेंस को क्रिएट करने के लिए बनाया था. सो मेरा सारा कंसंट्रेशन पूरे डिस्कशन में सर हमारा रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड दी बिल्डिंग ट्रस्ट एंड पार्टनरशिप पे ही रहेगा. सो उसके बेसिस पे हमने 2010 में जब प्राइवेट लिमिटेड बनाया तो हमने सोलर में देखा कि सोलर वाज अ वेरी प्रोस्पेक्टिव फील्ड. इस फील्ड के अंदर एंटर करने से पहले जो मेरा बैकग्राउंड था वो इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड है. आई एम अ कंप्यूटर साइंस ग्रेजुएट. So I have done as an engineer. I was having a very strong instinct to have challenges and to take challenges and then meet those challenges. So this पूरी जर्नी में जो challenges आए ना, वो challenges ने हमें बहुत मेरे को बहुत सिखाया कि business का ethics क्या है and how to take the business from zero level to a level of the level at which we are operating right now. So जब बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया तो लोगों ने मुझे बोला कि 10 साल लगते हैं, 15 साल लगते हैं एक बिजनेस को स्टैब्लिश करने में. सो एट दैट टाइम आई वाज हैविंग अ वेरी स्ट्रांग थॉट कि यार 20 साल या 10 साल कैसे लगेंगे, मेहनत करेंगे तो 2 दिन में हो जाएगा, 2 साल में हो जाएगा, 3 साल में हो जाएगा. बट टुडे आफ्टर 15-16 years I realized what they wanted to say, because the experience which we get in this 15 years and to handle these situations successfully and take the challenges in a meticulous manner, that was important and that was the experience which makes you a businessman. So ये बिजनेस करने की ये पूरी जर्नी थी मेरी. So 2013 में हमने EPC का प्रोडक्ट शुरू किया सर. अब बिजनेस मॉडल के ऊपर आ जाता हूँ. ये तो थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ क्रिस्प हो गया मेरी हाउ आई स्टार्टेड एंड वेयर आई एम, एवरीबॉडी नोज राइट नाउ. सो अब हमारे जो बिजनेस मॉडल है सर, हमने ईपीसी से बिजनेस शुरू किया था, एंड ईपीसी से बिजनेस शुरू किया हमने, करीबन 3 से 4 साल हमने ईपीसी करी। उस ईपीसी के दौरान में हमने बहुत सारी चीजें लर्न करी, बिकॉज एक ईपीसी में फ्रॉम स्क्रैच मेकिंग ए डिजाइनिंग ए प्रोजेक्ट टू एग्जीक्यूटिंग एंड ऑपरेटिंग द प्रोजेक्ट इन अ सक्सेसफुल मैनर, ईच एंड एवरी स्टेप वी वर इन्वॉल्व.
बिल्कुल
So because of that involvement, we learned so many things, and how to maintain and give an efficient output to the customers. So वो manufacturing में हमने learn किया. Then we came into the distribution segment, wherein we started distributing the major component of the solar plants,
ओके
wherein the solar inverters was there, Sangro inverters. We were fortunate enough to have that distribution for North India as an exclusive partner for Sangro in 2017. And at that time, Sangro was a brand which was not recognized that much in India, though it was globally very much renowned brand, because in India at that time Delta was operating. So Sangro को सर 2017 से आज 7 साल में 45% प्लस मार्केट शेयर पे लेके आ गए हम. With the effort of Sangro, no doubt, Sangro has supported us immensely and given us a corporate exposure, and everything they have done, and their contribution and support, we have been able to create a market percentage of more than 40-45%
बिल्कुल
right now. So distribution से आज we are the top distributors in India for the inverter segment and the module segment, and that is the again a benchmark for us from a non-business background, from a as a non-distributor to become a top distributor of the country. So that is again a benchmark for us.
है बिल्कुल
Then in 2021, as an engineer, I always have a strong hunch of manufacturing. So because of the lack of experience and the lack of resources, हम उस चीज को नहीं कर सकते थे, तो मैंने backward integration किया चीजों का. So I just entered into the system, then I learned the distribution, then I learned the project execution, and then from there we got backward integrated how the product will be made in a quality manner. So in 2021 we started the company called Invergy. So in Invergy, what we have done is we have forecasted the market, and the storage market in the upcoming segment in India was the biggest market, because solar से अभी तक क्या हो रहा था सर कि solar से जो भी power availability है that is for 5 to 6 hours only. So balance 16 to 18 hours के लिए हम कहाँ से power supply लाएंगे? So right now with the storage systems we will be able to handle the major chunk of 24 hours. So for that, the system has to be very efficient. So to make that efficient system, the existing technology of lead acid was transformed to lithium ion. So with that lithium ion and hybrid solution was required, because earlier these inverters which were made was with a transformer. So efficiency of those systems was very low.
ओके
So what we have done is we have got the most efficient system technology across the globe to Indian platform, and started distributing and making that technology on an OEM basis. Now we are doing the manufacturing of that system over a period of 1.5 years, 2 years, and we are the top 5 residential hybrid system suppliers in India right now.
ठीक है आई थिंक
So
दीपक जी आई थिंक एक बात मेरे को बताइए कि सर ये 4 जो प्रोडक्ट्स है जैसे आपने बोला कि
जी
डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, ईपीसी प्रोजेक्ट्स है,
जी
प्रोजेक्ट कंसल्टेंसी है, फिर
जी
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है। सर इन द नेक्स्ट से 2
जी
to 3 इयर्स जस्ट गिव अस अ स्मॉल ओवरव्यू इन अ वेरी ब्रीफ वे कि सर ओवरऑल डिमांड आउटलुक आपको कैसे लग रहा है? नेक्स्ट 2-3 साल में व्हाट इज द काइंड ऑफ रनवे अवेलेबल फॉर अस एंड हाउ विल आवर कंपनी कैपिटलाइज? सर वो बताइए।
एग्जैक्टली. सो अगर हम इसकी बात करते हैं सर, राइट नाउ earlier the solar industry was struggling with the policies, government policies, unstable policies. So the आज की डेट में जो policies last 10 years में आई हैं वो बहुत ही dynamic policies हैं and बहुत ही market oriented policies हैं. So that is how the market is supporting the complete solar industry to grow, and now India is on the verge of industrialization. The way the manufacturing setups are getting made in India and everything is being done and becoming the manufacturing hub across the globe, the power requirements are increasing, and to meet that power requirement solar is making the major contribution in that, in the renewable sector, from the renewable sector. So that is the way the contribution and the opportunities which are coming in this field are huge, and the products which we are operating are the major components, because without which these systems cannot be implemented. Secondly, the storage market currently in India is of $2 billion industry, By 2030, in next 6 years, it will be $30 million plus industry. So 16 times the growth is there. And that growth, if we contribute certain small percentage also, that is a huge number. So the
Okay.
trajectory of the company growth is very dynamic and very promising with
ठीक
that,
है।
because we are right now operating with the very latest technology products.
नहीं नहीं, आई थिंक बहुत अच्छी तरह से आपने आर्टिकुलेट किया दीपक जी। दीपक जी, इफ यू कैन गिव अस सम आइडिया अबाउट व्हिच आर द काइंड ऑफ मार्की कस्टमर्स द कंपनी केटर्स टू, थोड़ा बहुत अगर आप कंपनी के चुने हुए कस्टमर्स हमको बताएं तो हमारे व्यूअर्स को थोड़ा सा एक आइडिया मिलेगा आपकी कंपनी का प्रोफाइल का। सो इफ यू कैन शेयर सम मार्की नेम्स अक्रॉस योर प्रोडक्ट वर्टिकल्स।
Yeah. So, if I talk about the manufacturing, if I talk about the distribution segment, we are the top distributor. We have become the top distributors, and we are supplying to the companies like Adani, Reliance. They are taking the materials from us, the structure of that company, and then there are very big companies which are the IPPs. They are also taking we are supplying the inverters for them, and they have a yearly contract with us. We have an LOIs with us for the supplies of inverters, of Sungrow inverters, and we are also entering into the module supplies with them also. Then secondly, if we talk about the manufacturing part, in manufacturing, if you talk about Invergy in such a short span of time of 1.5 to 2 years only, because it was concepted in 2021, we have been able to enlist the brand in Northern Railway. Our products have been already installed in Northern Railway stations in Rajasthan. Approximately more than 20 stations have been installed with our system, Invergy systems, storage solutions. Then right now, currently, we have bagged an order of tender of 20 megawatt in TEDA in Chennai, in which Invergy is one of the approved makes for the usage. So there also we are doing the substantial contribution in 20 megawatt of the for our product supply. Then we have supplied in lot many government agencies and private agencies. Right now we are executing the projects of a scale of 500 kilowatt to a megawatt for the C&I segment, industrial segment, and the residential segment from 3 kilowatt. So the span is very huge, and we have able to install more than 3,000 numbers of systems across India, north to south and east to west till date.
एंड दीपक जी, जस्ट वांटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड ज्योग्राफिकली सर, हम पूरे पैन इंडिया में लोकेटेड है या कोई पॉकेट्स में ही इंडिया में लोकेटेड है? वो पॉइंट नंबर वन हो गया। और दूसरा सर,
Hmm.
एज ऑफ डेट, वॉट एवर इज फैक्चुअल डेटा विच इज रिपोर्टेड इन द प्रोस्पेक्टस, सर कैन यू टेल अस दैट व्हाट इज द ब्रॉड ऑर्डर बुक एज ऑफ डेट, ताकि उससे पता चलेगा कि ट्रैक्शन आने वाले साल में कैसे रहेगा?
Exactly. So if we talk about the distribution, we are the North India distributors for most of the prominent and tier one brands. So in North India, all the 8 states we are supplying, the products, and we have the warehouses, approximately 6 warehouses we have already created in North India for this segment. As far as the Invergy product is related, we are catering on pan India basis. We have added we have our own channel partners, because being a manufacturer, the channel partners are required to strengthen the company and company distribution. So we have created we have covered the South, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka with our partners like Hedi Ventures, then the Spincraft with the western part of the India. Then we have the North India with the Abhay Enterprises, and all these companies are there. So approximately we have created a network which is more than 12 partners, main distributors, and their sub dealers. So approximately 20 partners, 2021 partners are there, which are operating in the chain.
और
Yeah.
सर ब्रॉडली ऑर्डर बुक कितना रहेगा अपना एज ऑफ डेट?
So order book in terms of megawatt, if you are asking, it will be somewhere around 800 megawatt plus supplies, which we are going to do in this
ओके
year.
ओके
And we have already backed up an order book of more than 550 megawatt right now.
ओके।
And there are the projects which are in pipeline, so that will be considered. So 800 plus megawatt will be there in the supply part.
I think good. So now let's come to the financial data points. Sir, I was seeing your financial performance. FY23 was a very good year. In fact, first 9 months of FY24 has also been equally encouraging. In fact, I just wanted
Yeah.
to know, what has been the major reason for such a sharp improvement in profitability for FY24? Sir, इसमें क्या volume बढ़ गया, order book अच्छी execute हो गई, तो was that the main reason for the better performance for FY24?
That is one of the major reasons, And the why that reason has come into play, because in 2021 the solar industry policy, suddenly there was a policy which was changed in the market for the import of the international modules. So the complete industry and the ALM was implemented. So
Ah,
the complete industry was on a very slowdown condition, because projects was finalized with the international modules because of the quality standard and all those things. But as the government push was there to promote the Indian manufacturing, so they have put the ALM and put the 44% duty on the import products. So suddenly the market was on a hold. So in 2021 the speculated turnovers, the speculated market size was which was expected, was never met. So
okay.
the moment in March the ALM was given a relaxation, again the international models came into play with the 44% only, but the restriction was removed. So in 2022 and 23, the solar market gained a boom because it was hold on for a year's time.
Okay. Okay.
So that
Ah,
was the major reason of the increase in the revenue terms. And in FY23, we have done the consultancy work also. So that has also contributed to our increasing in our PAT.
okay.
So that is
Makes
how
sense.
it is there.
ठीक है, I think Deepak ji, now tell me one thing. I was reading your presentation, so in that there were one or two interesting points. थोड़ा briefly बताइए. सर आप बता रहे हैं कि we are also looking at getting into electric vehicle chargers and hydrogen related products. तो सर इसके बारे में
Exactly.
बताइए. Any kind of information which you can share with us briefly on these points.
Definitely, sir. This product is already been we have already have a plan to implement this get this product by the end of this year, or by next year, financial 25, with the our latest technology of supercapacitors. So in the we are not going to enter into the hydrogen plant manufacturing, but for the hydrogen plants we are having a very unique technology, store a battery system. So that is required in that plant, and that will be having a huge demand, because in all the other companies who are working on the hydrogen plants, they will require our product as a mandatory component because of the 5G discharge which they are looking forward for. Secondly, in the EV charger segment, right now everybody is giving an AC to DC charger and DC to DC charger, but people are not offering the chargers with the storage solutions. So we are coming up with the EV chargers with our supercapacitor battery, inbuilt battery system. So irrespective there is a grid available or not, or there is a shortage of the grid, then also our chargers can be used for charging the vehicles. So it will be a totally independent of the other resources.
So
So
hopefully,
that is how we are planning the
can
new
we see
technology.
both these products in the next financial year, Deepak ji, revenue or I mean,
Definitely, definitely it will take time, and because this year we have other plans also.
okay,
So we will just because the market is also graduating, and our
correct.
product is a unique product, so it requires a graduated market also to implement it.
ठीक है. Now let's talk about the IPO which the company is planning to make. Sir, we are understanding that company plans to make an IPO. Sir, पहले तो बताइए what is the broad objective of raising money and what is the kind of fundraise which you have in mind which you want to make through this IPO?
So fundraise, what we were doing, what we are doing right now is of 36 CR issue is there, and out of which we have raised around about 6 CR in pre IPO, and balance 30.76 CR in the issue, which is just about to be open. And we will be using this fund and certain part of this fund and the distribution segment to strengthen our warehousing, because distribution is all about just in time supply and maintaining the project execution on time, because the solar is all about revenue. It is not about the fancies for which we are implementing the systems. It is all about the revenue which a customer is implementing, and if here they are not getting the product on the right time when the system has to be implemented, so there comes, because then the distribution becomes the backbone of the system. So for that supplies and strengthening that network and making the just in supply time, we will be using certain chunk of this fundraising in that to create an warehousing facilities, to automate that warehousing facilities, and keeping on all 8 states the stocks availability, so that we can provide the services in within 24 hours of time.
Okay,
Secondly, then the second part of the major chunk of the IPO will be used in the manufacturing setup, which we are already in the developed with approximately, right, currently we are having an 8,000 square feet of area, 28,000 square feet of area in which we are operating. Then we now, after the fundraising, we have a plans to expand our this setup state of art facility to approximately 2 lakh square feet plus area,
Okay.
to because we are making all the testing facilities and the applicable test for all the inverters and the hybrid inverters, lithium ion batteries, to get a quality standard, because all these products are carrying 5 years plus warranty, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. So the quality standard of the products has to be on a very higher side, then only the product will be able to survive for 8 years or 10 years warranty.
Yeah, I think
And the best part, I would just like to add one more thing.
yeah, yeah, please.
The best part in last 3 years under Invergy, we are able to maintain a rejection ratio of less than 0.5% of the total material supplied in the industry. And in the distribution segment, we have supplied more than a gigawatt of inverters and modules.
Okay.
So this is how these are the benchmarks which I think I should have mentioned.
I think very nice. Deepak ji, now one another important question is on the working capital side. I saw that working capital thoda sa stressed hai. So can we assume that normal working capital in the solar business, in the business in which you operate, is slightly elongated? Because obviously revenue is going up, profitability improve हो रही है, top line profitability बढ़ रही है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं सर operating cash flows में थोड़ा सा problem है. तो अभी of course when you raise working capital money, I do hope that next year your operating cash flows also will fall in place. So can we assume that working capital will be slightly better going forward? एक बार पैसा आपको मिल जाएगा तो.
Definitely, sir, it is going to add, but in the solar industry, the ironical part is the more you grow, the more fund is required. So what we are doing right now is they're going to definitely help us and support us to grow further. But with the growth, definitely, and this requirement of funds will more funds will be also needed.
So, अच्छा दीपक जी, now one small question which I want a very small answer from you. तो मेरे को बताइए सर, फंडामेंटली क्वांटिटेटिवली फिनेंशियल्स तो सभी को पता है. मेरे को बताइए सर, इन व्हाट वे इज आवर कंपनी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर प्लेयर्स? लाइक हाउ डू वी डिफरेंशिएट आवरसेल्व्स इन द मार्केट, लाइक इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्वालिटी ऑफ आवर प्रोडक्ट, सर्विस, एग्जीक्यूशन? सर क्वालिटेटिवली मेरे को 2-3 पॉइंट बताइए जो मैं हाईलाइट करूं कि आप दूसरों से बेहतर करते हो.
Sir, the first major point which I would like to quote here is the consistency of performance which we have able to maintain over a period of 10 years continuously. That is the best, that is the most important strength of our company, and that has created a trust value in the industry, that if a product coming from GP Eco or a associated company called Invergy, if they are giving a warranty for 8 years, they are going to stand in the market. So that trust value has been created. That is one of the USPs of our company. And we have been seeing all seasons of solar industry up and down, and we are standing strong and straight in the industry with all these situations. As being a first generation entrepreneur, the challenges, you can imagine the kind of challenges we would have faced.
Yeah.
Then also we are standing straight and strong.
Okay.
So, and today we are getting an IPO. So to get an IPO itself is a qualification.
नहीं नहीं सर, डेफिनेटली सर आपका आईपीओ जरूर सक्सेसफुल होगा. सर लास्ट क्वेश्चन अभी मेरे को बताइए सर, हमारे आई मीन हर बिजनेस में कोई ना कोई रिस्क होता है, लाइक देयर इज सम रिस्क अटैच्ड. So in our business, touch wood, everything is going favorably. You rightly said solar industry is being promoted by the government. Plus, there's a huge demand for green renewable energy. But sir, in your sense, what is the most important risk in our business, and how have you managed to maintain it, in so many years? Sir, इसके बारे में बताइए.
Exactly. So solar industry is all about technology, sir. So first risk to this, what I potentially see is the technological risk, because the way the technology is being getting upgraded every day, and the potential of evolving the new technology with the more efficient developments, this will lead to the product to become obsolete. But what Invergy has done is Invergy has created their own R&D setup and making it more stronger day by day to get the updated products, so that once the product is obsolete, we are updated with the new technology and with the new features. So there we are negating this risk with us. Again, the risk is there. The might be the change and evolution might be much more faster than our evolution of developing the R&D. So that might be there, but we are still we are continuously upgrading ourselves. Secondly, second potential risk is the regulatory risk. Suddenly a policy change, which we have faced in last couple of years back also, as I've told you, for the international imports and all those
Yeah.
things. So that might some regulatory policy comes or something comes, and that will slow down the market. Definitely the market is not going to die, but it would have it can get slowed down for a while, but again it will pick up again, because energy is a need of the hour and it has to
Exactly.
grow.
Exactly. नहीं, ठीक है. I think दीपक जी बहुत अच्छी तरह से you explained to us about the company, and I think all our viewers will also be very glad to know about the company. So in conclusion, sir, मेरी तरफ से आपको आपकी पूरी मैनेजमेंट टीम को बेस्ट विशेस, एंड सर बेस्ट विशेस फॉर योर forthcoming IPO also. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Avinash ji.
Thank you.